Good morning, friends. Welcome back. All right. Remember, yesterday we had some session actually. We had a basic session. Let me just go to that session. Okay, so this is what we have seen yesterday, right? We saw something about this package. Okay, so we know that package has three courses: Amazon Web Services, Linux Server Administration, and CCNA, right? And this 9 a.m. slot, we have registered this now. We have, dedicate this 9 a.m. slot for our Amazon Web Services, that is your AWS. Okay. And Linux administration will be in evening 8 p.m. And in case if you're not comfortable in evening time, you have the option of, selecting some other time in morning when I start a new batch, maybe let's say within a week or 10 days, or let's say 2 weeks. Like I said, every week, every 10 days, we'll be launching a new batch of any of this course, and you can just join that particular class in morning time. Okay, so as of now, 9 a.m. is for our AWS. And in case if you want to go with the complete package, you can come for the other classes at some other time in morning or in evening. All right, so this is a package that is offered only in 7,999. This is a package we are offering: Amazon Web Services, Linux Server Administration, and CCNA. Okay, fine. So what are the other advantages we have here? Every class is recorded here, friends, and all the recordings will be shared with you through Google Drive. Okay. Our running notes will be provided. Like whenever we go with a particular topic, I'll just try to create some notes there. I'll share the notes with you through Google Drive again. Okay. And interview questions, whenever we go with a topic, we just need to make sure, what interview questions they will ask you from this particular topic. So if the topic is very important, my friend, then I'll, inform you, or I'll just, try to share some details about that particular topic and about that particular interview questions, what you get from that particular topic. All right. So all these things we'll try to do in our regular classes. So make sure, you do not miss any class here, because every class is connected to the other class. In case if you miss class number 7th, for example, you cannot understand what's going on in class number 8th. In case if you miss class number, let's say 22nd, it's very difficult for you to understand what's going on in class number 23rd. So this is the reason actually the recorded classes are very much important. Due to some reason, say it can be a medical emergency, it can be something else. Due to some reason, if you miss a class, you will get the recordings within couple of hours after completing the class, and go through the recordings before you come for the next session. That is the advantage you have here, friends. So every session will be recorded. All the AWS sessions, all the CCNA sessions, all the Linux sessions will be recorded, and all the sessions will be shared with you. Okay. Each and every class is a live class. You have the option of interacting with the trainer. You can clear each and every doubt in classroom itself. And in case if you want to, uh, while practicing, in case if you want to get some doubts clear, you can simply ping me on my WhatsApp number. Like I said, I'll be sharing my WhatsApp number as well as my email ID within a couple of days. So recordings will be available, as well as you will get my WhatsApp number. So you can just get in touch with me to clear any doubts while you do some practical set. AWS, Linux administration, and CCN, all these are practical oriented courses, right? Theory will be there. With theory, practicals will be there. And for AWS practicals, you need to have AWS free tier account. How to create AWS free tier account, I'll explain you. For Linux administration, you should install the RHEL. You should download the RHEL OS. Okay. And then we have something called Oracle VirtualBox. What is this Oracle VirtualBox? How to download the RHEL image? Again, I'll explain you all these things in great details. Okay. And coming to CCNA, there is something called Cisco Packet Tracer. So for practicals, you just need to have a computer with internet connection. See, when I say computer, normally nowadays we have computers with at least 8 GB RAM, right? At least let's say 6 GB or 8 GB RAM. So if you're having a computer with 8 GB or 6 GB RAM, that's more than enough for you to do all these practicals. So there is no need for you to have any other extra resources there. Just 8 GB RAM computer is more than enough actually for us to do all practicals. All right. Now this is something about your package, my friend. Now let us try to go deep into this Amazon Web Services and let us try to understand what is cloud computing and why exactly it is so much in demand for last many years and for coming many years and many decades actually. Cloud computing concept will be in demand. See, I'm not saying like after like couple of decades or after like 30 years or 40 years, the concept of cloud computing will go away. No, the concept of cloud computing will not go away after like 2 decades or 3 decades. But maybe after like 10, 15 years or 20 years, there will be many people who can work on cloud computing. There can be many people who knows the cloud computing concepts. So the demand of the jobs on cloud computing may decrease after many years. But as of now, the demand is at its peak actually. There are plenty of companies, plenty of, jobs available on cloud computing. And by the way, to get a job in cloud computing, if you just try to go and learn AWS and try to get a job in cloud computing, it's not so easy, my friend. Always remember one thing, there is a process we need to follow for everything. The best process you can follow to start your career in the IT industry is you just need to learn this server administration, the networking part, and then with this, you need to go with the cloud computing concept. Normally, people who just go and do the cloud computing concept without having this server administration and the networking knowledge, they can do the cloud computing. They can, learn the cloud computing concept. But when they apply for jobs and when they try to get a job, it's very difficult for them to get a job without the concepts of networking mentioned in the resume and without the concepts of the server administration mentioned in the resume. So learning wise, you can learn AWS with basic knowledge of server and basic knowledge of networking, but getting a job is not possible, my friend. So just try to follow the, actual procedure. Just try to follow the actual steps that you need to follow to get a great career in this particular IT industry. I always say this 15 years before when I started my career, I started my career from server administration and the networking. Today, if you're starting your career, you should start your career with server administration and networking. After 15 years, if someone is starting a career in IT, maybe they are planning to go with DevOps, cyber security, cloud computing, ethical hacking, or any advanced courses which may be available after 15 years. Like today, cloud computing is one of the most advanced courses, right? DevOps is one of the most demanding courses. Cyber security is one of the most demanding technology we have. Ethical hacking that comes under cyber security again is again a very demanding technology we have. But for all these technologies, what are the prerequisites? Server administration and the networking is a prerequisite. So it's just a friendly suggestion, you, my friend. Please do not try to ignore this server administration and the networking. It will most probably take next 2 months for you to complete this server administration and the networking. And this server administration and networking will remain with you for next 20 years. Let's say you're working in this IT industry for next 20 years. This particular administration concept will be helpful and it will remain with you for next 20 years. Okay, today if you go and see all the administrators, senior administrators who are working in companies across the globe, like senior cloud administrator who is having 5, 6 years of experience, a DevOps engineer who is having another 4, 5 years of experience, a cyber security person who is having another 3, 4, 5 years of experience, or ethical hacker who is having again some experience. I can guarantee you, my friend, I can in a way challenge you. You cannot show me any cybersecurity expert or a cloud computing expert or a DevOps expert, okay, who is not having proper knowledge of Linux administration and networking. This is literally not possible. A person cannot reach greater heights in their careers, especially in cloud or DevOps or cybersecurity, without having a without having the knowledge of Linux server administration and CCNA, that is networking. Basic knowledge is not sufficient, my friend. Basic knowledge is sufficient only to learn the course. But after learning the course, we need to get a job, right? That is our main intention. No one is learning the course only for certificate, right? You're learning the courses to get a job. You're learning the courses to start your career. So this is the best possible way to start your career. All right. So this is a package we are offering here, friends. And in this package, like I said you, we are offering all the three courses. Okay. So three courses will be there at three different times. In case if you're comfortable only in morning time, you can come in morning time. So it may take another 3 months for you to complete all these three courses. But as of now, like I said, you 9 a.m. slot is registered for AWS. 9 to 10 every day, we will be learning Amazon Web Services. Linux administration will be at some other time, and networking, that is CCNA, will be at some other time. Every class recording will be provided to you. Okay. And in the middle of the session, if you have any doubt, the chat box is open here. Again, I'm sending the message here. I said, hello. Chat box is always open here, friends. Whenever you have any doubt, feel free to send your question in chat box so that you can clear your doubt. If you're taking your doubt with you, that's your loss, my friend. The best advantage you can take in a live session is you should have the option of interacting with the trainer. So if you can interact with the trainer, you can clear some doubts. Clearing your doubt can make you more confident actually in learning the technology. And when you face the interview, obviously you'll be more confident again. You can answer questions properly. Whatever technologies you're learning, at the end of the day, you need to face interview. After passing the interview, after clearing the interview, then only you can get a job. All right. So make sure our sessions are very interactive. Sessions are interactive. Sessions will be interesting. All right. Fine. Now let us move and let us see something about this cloud computing concept. All right. Let me just go with the definition first. I have taken a definition from the Amazon documents here. I'll come to all these things, whatever I have skipped just now, but let me just go with the definition. See, Amazon people, when they go with, when I, you know, copy the definition, they say something like this. They says cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. What this is, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. Now the question here is, what exactly is a IT resource? See, when I say IT resource, I'm talking about certain resources like servers, server operating system, security, like, firewall, storage, database, routers. This is your IT resource. So what we do by using all these IT resources like servers, server operating systems, routers, firewall, storage. See, my friend, to run any business, you need these IT resources. Like, what exactly is a business? It can be a IT sector, it can be a banking sector, it can be a textile company, it can be some hospital, it can be some university. Can I get the information about a university through internet? Can I get the information about some shopping mall through internet? Can I see, okay, today whether the Taj Mahal is open or not? Okay. Can I see some train details on the internet? Can I just book a flight ticket on the internet? Can I just order tomatoes and potatoes on the internet? Can I just order some t-shirt on the internet? Literally everything is possible on the internet, right? So every business is connected to the internet. Every business is running on the internet. So when you're running a business on the internet, you need certain applications there, my friend. Like applications like web server is needed, email server is needed, file server is needed, database server is needed, backup server is needed. So to run your business, you need all these applications. And to run these applications, you need your IT resources. Got it? To run your applications, you need your IT resources. So what are the IT resources here? Let me just write it down here. The most common IT resources we use are server, then server operating system, firewall, storage, router, database, etc. You simply cannot show me a company where these resources are not in use. Server machine and server operating system is literally mandatory to run any application. Firewall is mandatory to provide security. Storage is mandatory to store your data. A router is mandatory to make communication between your application and the internet. So see, every IT resource has a particular use. Every IT resource has a particular advantage. Okay, so without these IT resources, we cannot build a network. For example, imagine if someone is constructing a house. To construct a house, what are the things they need? They need a foundation. they need, walls, they need doors, windows, roof, paint. Some plumber will be there, some electrician will come and do his work. Okay, some painter will come and do his work. So we need all these people combined, right? Once this team comes together, they can construct a house. Only plumber cannot construct a house. Only electrician cannot construct a house. They need to play their part. Electrician responsibility is to make all the wiring connections, isn't it? Okay, so like this, every person has to play that particular part. But when you think of constructing a house, we just need to think of all these different people. We just need to contact all these different people at some time so that they can come and they can do something that they can do in your house. All right, so that is your house. So in the same way, my friend, any IT company, any IT resource, any business that is running over the internet, you need these IT resources. Now, the big question here is how we can take these IT resources, from where we can take these IT resources. This is the one very big question that we need to answer today. All right. Now, see, your friends, we can take all these IT resources in two ways. One way is we can simply take all the IT resources as physical resources like a physical server, physical firewall, physical storage, physical router, physical switch, physical cable, everything we can take as a physical device. So if you want to take all these things as a physical device, we just need to own them, we need to buy them, and we need to maintain them. If you want to take all these IT resources by yourself, you just need to own all the IT resources that we need to pay money and we need to bring them. We need to maintain them and we need to do all the other activities. But there is one more method, my friend, in which we can take all these IT resources. And that method is actually a virtual method. We can take all these IT resources in virtual form. Now, what is the difference between a physical and virtual actually? I hope you know the difference, but let me just, go through a very basic example. See, if you go and see a file here, can you see there is a file on my desktop? It is showing as Linux document. This is a file. This is a soft copy. I can see the file. I can open the file. I can read the file. I can edit the file. I can do all the other activities. But can I keep this file in my hand? Can I carry this file physically? No, right? But what if I just make a printout? If I just make a printout, then I can carry the file in my hand. That means a file can be a soft copy or it can be a hard copy. So if it is a soft copy, it is like a virtual file. If it is a hard copy, it is like a physical file. So your server can be a physical server that you can see, that you can touch. But if your server is a virtual server, it is a server that is created by using some files actually. It is a server that is created somewhere in cloud. So virtual server we take today, virtual firewalls we take today, virtual storage device we take today, virtual routers we take today actually. So one way of running your business is by owning the physical network, by buying the physical network, by maintaining the physical network. And the other way of running the business is we can take all the resources in virtual form. And if you're taking all these resources in virtual form, who will provide these resources? The cloud computing provider will provide these resources. Who will provide the resources, your friends? The cloud computing provider will provide you with all these resources actually. This is a concept, my friend. This is what we need to learn. Today, a server can be a physical server or a virtual server. A firewall can be a physical firewall or a virtual firewall. So if you just go and see the history, maybe let's say 20 years before. I'm not going into 18th or 17th century. I'm just going 20 years before, my friend. 20 years before, 90% servers were physical servers. Okay. But today in the year 2025, maybe 95% applications we are running on virtual server. See the difference? 20 years before, 90% of applications over the internet were running on physical servers. But today, 95 to 97% applications are running on virtual server over the internet. So next time, whenever you connect to YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, WhatsApp, whenever you are connecting to this any applications, remember one thing, my friend, these applications are actually running on your virtual servers. And from where you can take virtual servers? You can take virtual servers from cloud. And who is providing these virtual servers? A company like Amazon, a company like Microsoft, a company like Google. These companies are actually cloud providers. So this company says, listen, you need to run your business, right? See, such a simple business idea is this. Okay. So company like Amazon says, listen, you need to run your IT, you need to run your business. And to run your business, what you need? You need certain IT resources. So cloud computing is an on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. So Amazon says, instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, what they says, instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technologies such as computing power, storage, database on as needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. So they clearly says why you are buying everything, why you are maintaining everything, why you are spending that much money, why you are spending that much money on this IT infrastructure, why you are spending that much money on all these IT resources. My answer will be, if I'm not spending money on IT resources, how can I run my application? Where can I store my data? How can I run my business? So the Amazon says, listen, we will provide you everything. Tell us what you need, how many servers you need. You need 10 servers, 100 servers, 1000 servers. We'll provide you 1000 servers in next 5 minutes. Tell us how much storage you need. 1 TB, 10 TB, 100 TB, 1000 TB, 10,000 TB. We will provide you 10,000 TB storage in next 5 minutes. So Amazon says, you need to use the resources like servers and firewalls and storage and routers and everything to run the business. But Amazon says, instead of you buying them and maintaining them and spending huge amount of money, we as an Amazon company, we are the cloud providers. We are providing you all the resources that you need. We will provide you literally everything what you need in very less cost, in very less money. This is what the cloud computing is all about, my friend. We can simply take the resources from a company like Amazon and we can run our businesses. So today, if you want to start your business, today, if you want to run a web server for your company, there is no need for you to buy a physical server, a operating system, a storage, a router, a firewall, and all the other things. You can just simply go to the Amazon data center and you can take all the resources. How to take the resources? I'll just show you within few minutes. But right now, let me just go with one more company, that is Microsoft. Can you tell me any company which is bigger than Amazon, Microsoft, and Google today? These are the three cloud providers, my friend, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. And by the way, these are not the only three cloud providers. There are many cloud providers like, Cisco is a cloud provider, Juniper, DigitalOcean, Oracle, Linux, Samsung. There are many cloud providers, my friend. But the top three cloud providers are Amazon at number one, Microsoft, and Google. Amazon is always at number one place. For many, many years, Amazon is at number one place. Why Amazon is at number one place? Hopefully, we'll see very soon. But for last 10, 12, 15 years, when you see the history of the cloud computing, Amazon cloud computing is always at number one place. 2024 also Amazon was at number one place. And at the end of 2025, you can see this Amazon will still remain at number one place. All right. Now, let us see what Microsoft says. See, Microsoft says cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, database, networking, and many more things over the internet. Okay, so what it says here, it says you typically pay only for cloud services you use, helping lower your operating cost and run your infrastructure in much better. This is what Microsoft says. They also say the same thing. They says, listen, you want to run your business. To run your business, you need resources like servers, storage, database, networking devices, and all the other things. So why you're purchasing them? Why you're buying them? Why you're owning them? Why you're maintaining them? Why you're spending that much money? Microsoft also says, why you're spending that much money? Come to us. We have huge data centers available. We will provide you all the resources that you need. How many servers you need again? 10 servers, 1000 servers, 20,000 servers will provide you. How much storage you need? Will provide you. What networking devices you need? Will provide you. What security features you need? Will provide you. So literally, cloud providers like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and all the other cloud providers, they will simply provide you everything that you need to run your business, my friend. This is the concept of cloud computing. Okay, so this is what we need to know. What we need to know as a cloud administrator, we need to know, like, how we can take a server from them and how we can run our application there, how we can provide security there, how we can take storage. So a company is expecting all these things from you and me, because we are the people who are working for a company, and we are the people who are taking servers and everything from a Amazon. See, suppose I'm working for a company like, let's say, SBI, State Bank of India. What should I do now? I should connect to cloud, Amazon cloud. From this Amazon cloud, in my SBI company, how many servers I need? Let's say I need 100 servers. So I just need to take 100 servers here. Okay, for my SBI company, let's say I need totally 80 TB of storage. So I need to make sure like I get complete 80 TB of storage here. So I'm working for SBI, State Bank of India, or any other bank actually, or any other company. And I need to connect to the Amazon cloud. And from this Amazon cloud, I need to take all the resources. For whom? For my company. Now, how many resources are there in Amazon data center? This is, too difficult for us to imagine, my friend. Let me show you some data centers actually, so that you can understand how big this particular cloud computing is, my friend. Okay. So if I just go and show you some images that I have already downloaded. See, what you see on your screen right now is actually some data center present somewhere. This is Amazon data center. And what you see, those black boxes, these are actually known as racks. One rack can contain 30 servers, 25 to 30 servers. So like this, there will be some thousands of racks available in one data center. How many racks? Thousands of racks are available in one data center. So if thousands of racks are available, just imagine how many servers can be there. And these servers they are providing to their customers. The size of the data center can be bigger than, let us say, 40 to 50 acre of land. You know how much is 1 acre? Football ground. Football ground is actually 1.5 acre. The actual football ground where, the international matches will be conducted, it will be less than 2 acres. So the data center size can be 40 to 50 acres. This is too big to imagine, right? 40 to 50 acres of land where you have simply servers and routers and firewalls and storage and everything, right? In Hyderabad, Amazon people have a data center in Hyderabad, and the total cost of the data center in Hyderabad city is 36,000 crore rupees. 36,000 crore rupees Amazon people have spent only in Hyderabad city to establish the data center so that they can provide services to all the companies. 36,000 crore rupees is some money, my friend, isn't it? And if you just count the overall cost of, let's say, Amazon plus Microsoft plus Google. These are the three biggest companies we know, right? So if you just do the calculation of these three companies, how much money they have spent in a city like Hyderabad, Amazon data center, Microsoft data center, and Google data center. All these companies have the data centers in Hyderabad. So if you overall, calculate the cost of the three data centers or the money that they have spent, it will be around 70,000 crore plus. Just imagine, my friend, how much money they are spending. See, there is a very basic rule of any business. See, cloud computing is a business for Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. They're not providing these services for free, right? They're not doing any NGO work here. They're providing everything with some money. We need to pay some money at the end of the day, right? Our company will pay some money. Anyhow, 70,000 crore plus money they are spending within a city like Hyderabad to provide services. So like I said you, the basic rule of a business is more the demand, more the supply. How much is the demand? That much supply will be there. If there is no demand, there will not be any supply. This is as simple as this. If there is no demand, there will not be any supply. So Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, they have that much demand in market. Cloud computing is that much in demand that, literally everyone is connecting to cloud. Okay, forget about companies, my friend. Today, if you analyze what you do on the internet and what I do on the internet every day, literally we are connecting to cloud every day. Our emails are there in cloud. Our, WhatsApp messages are there in cloud. Our photos are there in cloud. Okay, our bank details are there in cloud. So literally everything is there in cloud. So when I say our emails are there in cloud, what it means? My email is available in the Gmail server. Where is the Gmail server? I don't know where exactly it is located. So that is a cloud. My WhatsApp messages, they are not present in my mobile phone. Although I can see the messages from my mobile phone, but where is the location of the messages? The location of these messages is actually the WhatsApp server. So where is the WhatsApp server located? It is located again somewhere in cloud. So forget about companies here, friends. You and me, every day we are using cloud. For rest of our life, we will use cloud. The only thing that can happen to cloud is it can simply improve. It can simply grow. It can simply expand. I don't think there is a, slightest doubt also that, the cloud computing concept will vanish. The cloud computing concept will be gone forever. It is literally not possible. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google companies like this, they have already spent 70, 80,000 crore rupees within a city like Hyderabad. So just imagine, my friend, how big is this business? And Amazon people have 36, 37 locations where they have these data centers. Hyderabad is not the biggest one, but still they have spent 36,000 crore. In the biggest data center, maybe they have spent 70,000, 50,000 crore rupees in one data center because the cost of this infrastructure is very high, right? So this is your cloud computing. So there are two things we try to understood in last 20 minutes. One is how big is this cloud computing? How big companies are providing this cloud computing by spending that much money? That is the one thing. And the second thing is, as a cloud administrator, what is my future? What opportunities I have? So literally any company on the face of the earth where they run a business on the internet, they need three set of people. One is server admin, network admin, and cloud admin. You can do one thing, my friend. Once you finish the demo, once we complete our demo session, we can just go to Google and search the best IT jobs in 2025. You will definitely see these three roles set: server administration roles, network administration roles, and cloud computing. With this, you may get DevOps and cyber security. These are the job roles you will definitely find in every survey. But if you want to go with DevOps and cyber security, like I said, first of all, you need to complete these three things. Okay. So companies like Amazon, Microsoft, they are getting a lot of, success in this cloud computing business. And people like you and me, we can get more job opportunities because, literally every company is connected to cloud and they need someone who can manage their infrastructure over the cloud. So this is a win-win situation for everyone. It is a win situation for the cloud provider as well as someone like, me who is a cloud administrator. I can get a job literally in any company across the globe. Got it? So there are many more companies here, my friend. IBM is also a cloud provider. Again, a very big company. See what this says here. This is cloud computing transforms IT infrastructure into utility. You can simply plug into the infrastructure via the internet and use the computing resources without installing and maintaining them on premise. Such a simple definition, right? Okay. Now, let us do one practicals here, friends. What I'll do now is, say I'm sitting in my home. I just have a computer and an internet connection. Couple of computers and an internet connection. I don't have any server or server operating system, firewall, storage. I have nothing, my friend. But you know what I'll do now? In next couple of minutes, I will simply launch a web server for you. What I'll do? I'll launch a web server. I just want to show you like how good it is to use cloud computing, how easy it is to use a cloud computing. Without installing anything within the company, we can simply run our business. Okay. So for this, what we need to have, we just need to have our AWS account. How to create AWS account, that's a different discussion we will see in coming classes. But as of now, let me just log in into my account here. You will definitely create an account like this. It is a free tier account. Okay, you can use it to do all the practicals. How to create an account, how to log in, how to use. Again, like I said, it's a different discussion. We'll see this at some other time. Hopefully, after like 3-4 classes only, we will see it. But see, as of now, this is my AWS account. What you see here, there are certain services like EC2, right? S3, VPC, CloudWatch, IAM, Route 53. These are the services we need to learn, and these are the services they use in companies. Let's say we all people got job in one company. We are around 8-9 people here. Everyone got a job in one company. In the same company, as a cloud administrator, maybe I'm working on VPC. You're working on IAM. Some other person is working on EC2. Some other person is working on, let's say, simple notification service. Every person is working on a different service in the same company. Or within this VPC, to manage this VPC service, there can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people. So cloud computing is not something that can be managed only by one person, my friend. There is a team. You are part of that particular team. As a fresher, once you join a company as a 2-3 years of experience person, once you join any company as a cloud administrator, you will get only one service responsibility. Maybe you're working on IAM. That's it. Your responsibility is daily go to the company and manage this IAM service. Whatever work we do on this IAM service, whatever is the responsibility of IAM service, that we have to do. What about EC2, S3, VPC, all the other services? There is some other administrator. Okay, suppose imagine I am the administrator who is managing VPC. So I did my AWS codes, you did your AWS codes. That's it. And we are managing services that we are allocated in the company. So you're not managing all the services, my friend. You're learning many services. Learning wise, you're learning many services. Working wise, you will be working only on 1 or 2 service. That's it. Majorly 1 service, but if you're having some experience, then you can go with like 2 services. Okay. So physical data center will be something somewhere like here. So we are not worried about the physical data center because who is managing the physical data center? The cloud provider is managing the physical data center. See, you can see here, such a big data center is this, right? In a way, you cannot identify the person who is standing here actually. He is standing here and one person is standing here. The distance is so long that, this person cannot identify who exactly is this person standing there. This is such a big data center, my friend. And by the way, who is this person who is working here? He is the administrator. And if you just go and see what exactly he did in his career, you will definitely find Linux administration in his career, CCNA in his career, and Amazon Web Services, obviously. These are the 3 courses he have done for sure. With this, maybe he has added something else like, advanced networking or, AWS security and some other things. But to begin with, he has definitely learned the courses like Linux server administration, networking, and with them, the Amazon Web Services. That is the reason he is able to work here. He is not a Superman. He is not a He-Man. He is not a Spider-Man. Or he is not a Shaktiman, what we know in India, right? He's just a common man like you and me. He's just a normal person like you and me. The only thing he knows today is the server administration part, the network administration part, or the cloud administration part. That's it. These are the only things he has done in his career. Okay. All right. So what I said here, friends, like I said you, in next couple of minutes, I'm not explaining anything here, like, what settings I am selecting here, what options I am selecting here, because it will take 20 classes for me to explain all these things. Okay. I'll just simply go there and launch a web server. If I launch a web server or the internet, wherever you are sitting, my friend, in whichever city, country, state, wherever you are sitting, you should be accessing my web server, right? See, if I go to, let's say, espncricinfo.com. This is a web server available. I can access the web server from Hyderabad city. You can access the web server from any other city, right? espncricinfo.com. So like this, I will just launch a web server. I'll create here and I'll show you like how easy it is to use cloud computing and how big is cloud computing, how important is cloud computing for any business. All right. So give me just a couple of minutes here, friends. I just need to go to somewhere like EC2. Then there is something called instances that I need to launch here. So I am launching one instance here. Let me name it as web server test demo something. Now I'm selecting the operating system here, Ubuntu, Microsoft, Red Hat. There are many operating systems available. I've just selected some operating system. Then there is something called instance type. I've just selected some instance type there. I'm selecting key pair. You know, when we go with our regular classes, application, instance type, key pair. This will take at least one class for me to discuss. I have just selected everything here. But you know, actually it will take at least one session for me to explain all these things in great details. Network settings will take around, you know, 5 to 7 classes. But I'm just selecting here, my friend. Okay. So let me select my VPC and then a subnet here. I'll come down. Firewall will take 3 classes here, but I'm just selecting firewall. Okay, I need to add few more services here. So let me just say add a security group role here. Let's say HTTP. I can note for it what I'm doing here. What is HTTP? What is TCP? What is UDP and all the other things. Anywhere. Done. I just made some changes there. Coming to storage, it is taking 8 GB storage. Okay, fine. More than enough. Okay, done. Everything is done. Now I'll do one thing. I'll just go to this advanced details. And there is some script available with me. I'll share this script with you in coming classes. But as of now, let me just copy this script here, friends. I'll go back to my AWS console. I'll paste it here. Now to make things more interesting, let me just remove this hello everyone. And I'll just write down all our names. So I'll start with the alphabetical order. Ashish, Kanchan, Kunal, Raman, Shivam, Shakeel, Durga. I've just written all our names, actually, all the participant names here. And with these names, let me just write down few more names. Let's say some celebrity names like, let's say, Allu Arjun, Virat Kohli, let's say Rashmika. I've just added all these names here. So this is my website content. You know, website will be created by using HTML pages and all the other pages, right? So I'm not adding any other page here. I just trying to create a plain website here with all our names. All right. Now, you know what I'll do here? I'll just say launch instance. That's it. My website is ready. See, once you see the green color here, it says successful initiated launch of instances. My website is ready, and within few minutes, it will be running and it will be up and ready to serve my business. You know, it took nearly 90 seconds for me to create a website, but you know, it will take at least 20 to 25 classes for me to explain all the things what I have selected there, like firewalls, network settings, operating systems, key pairs, storage, instance types. It will take 20 to 25 classes for me to explain each and everything that I have selected there. How to do monitoring, how to, you know, provide some security, how to select the storage and all the other things. All right. So see, let me just verify if the website is available or not over the internet. So there is a public IP address allocated to this website. So I'll just copy this IP here. I'll go to browser and I'll say paste. I can access the website by using IP address also, right? Let us check if the website is available or not. What you see there here, friends? You can see your name, right? Ashish, Kanchan, Kunal, Raman, Shivam, Shakeel, Durga, Allu Arjun, Virat Kohli, and Rashmika have just added the extra names there, but you can see all the other names clearly added there. Now do one thing, please. I'll sharing this address with you in the chat box. Just try to click on that particular link and tell me if you're able to access this website or not. And tell me from which city you're accessing this website. Okay, the link is already provided in the chat box. I have created a website. So everyone should access the website because it is a public server. Okay, Shivam says you can access this website from Hyderabad. Great. I can expect some other city if you're from some other city. Let's see. Let's wait for like few more minutes. Yeah, so Kunal says he is accessing the website from Bangalore. See, it's not a rocket science here, right? It's simple administration, my friend. You will definitely like it. You will definitely love it, actually. You know, if you want to go with some logical things, if you want to just try to configure something which makes sense, actually, then, you know, cloud computing is a concept which makes a lot of sense. It is such a brilliant technology, my friend, that, you know, you can simply work on it on any service from anywhere, and you can provide services to companies by, you know, taking the resources from Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. So I've just taken some resources from them. You know what resources I have taken? I have taken the server operating system, server hardware, storage, networking, security, and firewalls. I have just taken all these things. Within 90 seconds, I have selected each and everything and I have just created a web server now. It is ready. So literally any person who is sitting anywhere across the globe can access my web server by using this particular link that I have shared. This is the concept of cloud computing, my friend. This is what you need to learn. You need to simply learn how to take the resources from a cloud provider for your company. You are working for a company like ABC. ABC company is hiring you as a cloud administrator because ABC company is planning to run some applications, store some data. So to run the application and store the data, they need X number of servers. So instead of buying the servers, they have decided to go with cloud because in cloud, it's very cheap. Okay, overall infrastructure cost will go down up to like 90%. Instead of spending 100 rupees, now you are spending only 10 rupees. Okay, so that much it will go down. So the ABC company is hiring you. Your responsibility is to take all the resources from cloud so that your ABC company can run perfectly. Resources like servers, server operating system, storage, database, some networking, firewall, all these resources you have to take, my friend. This is the concept of cloud computing. This is one of the best technologies. This is one of the most demanding technologies. You know, if I can just write it down in this way, the bottom is the most foundation thing is actually networking plus servers, right? And on top of this, networking and servers, they are running actually on cloud. They can run within the physical network or they can run on cloud. Okay. And on top of the cloud, in the simple and easy way, I can say any technology, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is machine learning, whether it is blockchain, cyber security, ethical hacking, DevOps, anything what is running, it is running on top of this networking servers and cloud. So once you are done with this, you're literally eligible to get a job in any company on the face of the earth on multiple roles, not on a single role, on multiple roles. This is a great thing to have, my friend. For example, imagine I'm a batsman, you know, cricket, right? If I'm a batter, I can get a, you know, place in a cricket team as a batter. But if I'm an all-rounder, I can play as a batter, I can play as a bowler, and I'm a good fielder. So I'm an all-rounder. Like if you talk about Jadeja, or let's say Hardik Pandya, you know, they are very much in demand because they are all-rounders. So to start your career in IT industry, you need to be an all-rounder. You need to have multiple tasks. You need to have multiple skills. There cannot be better skills beside networking, servers, and cloud to kickstart your career, my friend. See, whenever you learn, wherever you learn, with whom you learn, it's a different thing. You just came here for demo. I'm very thankful for you for spending at least, you know, yesterday and today 2 hours, and hopefully you'll be again here for at least hopefully tomorrow. 3 demo sessions will be there. So thanks for coming. It is just a friendly discussion. When you do, where you do, it's up to you to decide. But a friendly suggestion, my friend, if you want to really start your career with a bang, if you really want your resume to be highlighted, You just need to go with the networking server in the cloud. This is the package that is designed in such a way that, it will simply make your career a great start. It will start, literally whatever you're dreaming of. I was reading something on the internet recently. I have read a very good statement there. The person was saying something like this. The person says, nowadays people are trying to chase something. He says, do not chase, attract. We just need to make sure our resume attracts the companies. When a resume will be attract, when a resume will get more attraction or more, eyeballs there, a resume will be highlighted and it will be more attractive if your resume contains servers, networking, and cloud, my friend. I can say this billion times again and again. There is no better way to start your career in IT industry beside learning the servers, the networking, and the cloud administrator. If you're dreaming to go with advanced part of cloud computing, if you're dreaming to be in the cloud computing for next 20 years, if your dream is to be a DevOps engineer for next 20 years or a cyber security guy for next 20 years, please do not skip the networking part and the server administration part. I have never seen a person who is working in a good position who is not having the server administration knowledge and the networking knowledge. It is literally not possible. All right, so this is the package where we are offering all the three courses. And I'll be the person actually who will be handling all the three courses, CCNA as well as server administration as well as the cloud computing. Okay, so this is what it is, my friend. So my, web server is ready and hopefully you are able to access the web server from different locations. I already got the response from your side. I'll do one thing. I don't need this web server anymore. So I'll just go there and terminate this web server. Done. Terminate means I have just deleted the web server. So if you want to access the web server again, you cannot access the web server now. I just created a web server to show you how easy it is to take the resources from cloud, how good is the cloud computing, how many advantages we have and all the other things. Okay, so anyhow, we have done with everything. So this is what the cloud is all about, my friend. All right, so let me just go back to the package again. Like I said, this is the package what we have. And in this package, we have three courses. So for AWS, we are using this official account, official AWS account. Okay. And for Linux server administration, we need to use something called Oracle VirtualBox like this. Let me just open a server here, friends. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, any questions, I am ready for your questions and doubts. I was expecting some questions till now in the chat box, but anyhow, I have not received any question. But still, if you have any questions now, feel free to send your questions in chat box. Just try to clear everything. Just try to clear everything. Make sure like you're on right path, on right direction. Hopefully you will reach your destination. Okay, so if you're on the right path, obviously you'll reach your destination at the earliest. Okay, so if you have any doubts and questions regarding these technologies or anything else about these technologies, I'm available for you. So meanwhile, this is the Linux server actually. This is the way we work on it. We need to install the Linux server in our computer. How to do the installation, what steps we need to follow. Again, that's a different discussion. We will see it. So this server is coming up now. This is your latest RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, one of the latest version. If you can work on the latest version, you can work on the previous versions also. Some minor differences will be there, but it will not be difficult task for you to go and, work on the previous versions also, like say 8 version or something else. Okay, so let me just connect to the machine and show you how it works actually. Done. This is your Linux server operating system, my friend. This is the way you work. Literally today, as of now, what is the time now? It is 10 a.m. right? As of now, I can say lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of people across the globe who are Linux administrators who are already connected to the server in this way. Say this is your root account. Let me just make one more connection here. Priya is one more user in my server. So let me just connect with Priya user. So see, instead of Priya, Maybe you're Ashish, maybe Kanchan, maybe Kunal, maybe Raman, maybe Ravi, maybe Shivam, maybe Durga. So you will be connected to the Linux server exactly like this, and you will be working there. See here, if I say cat slash etc slash os release, can you see here? This is Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.4 version, one of the latest version. Done. This is your Linux server operating system. How to use it? Just say ls, it will show you something. Okay, if I say, let's say touch, and let's say file 1.25. If I say mkdir, let's say directory 1.10. See ls now. Can you see the difference now? Linux is not a coding, my friend. To learn Linux, there is no coding language needed. There is no programming needed. It is a administration where you are learning about users, groups, files, permissions, security, okay, automation, okay, and process management, disk management. There are many more things you're learning. So there is no coding needed here. To learn Linux or CCNA or AWS, no coding and no programming is needed. Okay, you know why people are afraid of Linux? They see like, okay, if I say ls-l, they see, wow, there is something big coming out here, right? But friends, this is such a simple output. Probably it will take at least 2 classes for me to explain this output. What is this RW hyphen R hyphen hyphen? What is this DRWX, something like this? What is this Priya? What is this number 2 coming here? What is this particular time and everything? It will take 2 classes. But friends, it is such a simple output that, literally you will see this output every day in your company as an administrator. So don't worry about the output, what you see here. It is super easy. The learning process should be easy, then working will be fun, working will be easy. I always say this, normally people think like interviews are difficult. Let me just write down, this is the last part actually for today. I'm still waiting for some questions. Hopefully I'll get at least few questions today. See, if I can just say your career is divided into these 4 steps. One is learning, second one is, let's say, exam, the online exam in case if you're interested in. Third one is interview, and the fourth one is job. Job means when you start working. Out of these 4 steps of your career, can you please tell me, according to you, which one is the most difficult? Let's say difficult, if not most difficult. Learning, exam, interview, or job. Most of the people, what they say? They say interviews can be difficult. Exactly. I was expecting the same answer, Shivam. So normally people say interviews are difficult. Okay, I'll take an interview now. Can you please tell me 2 plus 2 how much? If I say 5, can I get a job? No. I need to say 2 plus 2, 4. Now, is it difficult to answer 2 plus 2 how much? No. But imagine, my daughter is actually in nursery. She just, promoted to LKG now. Okay. If I ask her to tell me, like, how much is 5 plus 5, maybe she cannot answer because she has just completed her nursery, right? She cannot answer what is 5 plus 5. She knows only 1 to 20 numbers. She can write down 1 to 20 numbers. That's it. She can read till 50 and write till 20. But if I ask her this question, it will be very difficult for her to answer. She cannot answer for sure, right? So, see, if you know the things, it is easy. If you don't know the things, it is difficult. So out of all the 4 steps, my friend, just remember these are the only 4 steps you need to follow. Out of all these 4 steps, the most difficult is actually learning. I should not say again most difficult, but the difficult is learning. Normally, people try to make technology so complicated that, the person who is learning the technology, he will feel like, okay, he is sending some rockets in sky. We are not working in ISRO. We are not working in NASA here, right? Their job is very difficult actually. What is our responsibility? AWS, Linux Server Administration, networking. Everything is already there. We just need to know how to use them. For example, I'm just writing something here. Let's say I'll write something like, let's say, India. Right? Now, can I change the color of this particular text? I need to select this. I can go and I can select, let's say, a red color, or I can say purple color, or I can say blue color. I should know how to use the options which are available here. Right? So in AWS, Linux, and CCNA, options are already available. We just need to know how to use the option. We are not adding anything from our side. We just need to know the options that are available there, my friend. That's it. Got it? So this will be very easy for you to learn. All right. So this was the demo for today, my friend. We have one more session tomorrow. We'll just try to see a few more things about cloud computing. So like I said, you just try to remember these things. This four, steps actually you need to follow to get more success in your career. Just start learning very well. If your learning process is well, if you learn things very well, there is nothing that you cannot crack in exam or interview and job. Don't worry about interviews, my friend. Interviews are the easiest actually. You just need to provide a resume to them. You need to say, this is what I know. So whatever you know, from there only they are asking you questions. They suddenly don't try to speak with us in Arabic or Chinese or German language. They just try to, ask questions. What is there in your resume? That's it. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. I'm here for like 30 more seconds. If there are questions, doubts regarding this package or anything that is related to this package, I'm here to answer everything. Every day, try to keep the chat box as busy as possible, my friend. If there is a slightest doubt, also send the question in chat box. Your doubt will help you in understanding that particular concept, as well as it will help you all the other participants. Okay, so I'm here for like at least 30 to 40 more seconds. Any questions, I'll take the questions. If not, we'll stop the session for today. And let's meet again tomorrow for the last and the final demo session. We will see a few more, concepts of the cloud computing. Then after tomorrow, the regular classes will start. Okay. And in case if you want to get the details of the registration and all the other details, these are the numbers they offer. Let me just copy these numbers and put it here. These are the management numbers here, my friend. So you can just call on any one of this number. Let me change the color. WhatsApp as well as call. Both you can do on these numbers. So this is your DURGASOFT management number. So you can just call on this number. So you can take all the other details. All right. So I guess no questions. So before I stop this session, I just want to say one thing again. Very good luck for your careers, my friend. A friendly suggestion. If you want to simply, make a great career in this IT industry, just try to go with this particular package. Where you go, when you go, with whom you go, that's a different thing again. It's up to you to decide like where you want to join, when you want to join, all the things you have to take the decision. But better do this particular package, AWS server administration and the networking. That will be the foundation for you to construct your building. What you're constructing, it's up to you. You may construct a building which is thrice the size of Burj Al Khalifa. That is the tallest building we have, right? So if your foundation is good, you will definitely construct a big structure there. Okay. And forgot about foundation. We are not learning the basics here. We are learning the administration actually. So once you complete this package, you can apply for a job in a company on 7 to 8 different job roles. You're not restricting yourself only to one job role. 7 to 8 different job roles. I remember, I'll just take one example and stop this session. In my school days, we used to have teachers who used to come and teach us, let's say, Telugu or Hindi or English or science or maths and something like this. Every teacher was there for a particular subject. But there was a teacher actually who used to teach us 3 subjects. So in school, actually, we used to feel like the teacher is like a Superman because she can teach 3 different subjects. Learning these 3 technologies will definitely make you something like a Superman. Your demand in the network, your demand in the IT sector will be huge. Companies will definitely look for you. If you can answer, let us say, 6 out of 10 interview questions, you will be more than eligible to get a job. Because out of 100 people, maybe there are 2, 3 people who are applying for a job who have AWS, the server administration and the networking mentioned in their resume. This is such a big package. This is such an important package, my friend. All right. So that's it for the day. That's it for today. Hope to see you again tomorrow for the last demo session. and let's see how it goes tomorrow. All right, so take care, guys. See you tomorrow at same time, 9 a.m. India Standard Time. And one more thing, if someone is interested in the Linux administration classes, parallel, if you want to go with this, the evening classes are already on. You can just come in evening. From Monday, actually, next Monday, I'll be starting Linux administration classes evening 7 p.m. So if you're interested in it, you can just come and join the evening classes, and parallel, you can finish both the courses in next 40-45 days. Done? Take care, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.